Hey, Deku Fam.
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
Hope you're all good. Hope you're well. We're in the middle of a series called Love in Action. I'm actually really loving it. I'm learning a lot. We were talking about the men last week, weren't we? How they can love their wives or girlfriends better. And this week is on us, ladies. Oh my gosh.
We are talking about how to love him better.
I'm scared.
See, this whole series about love in action is about taking practical steps of loving each other better.
It's not every day like, oh, he told me he loves me once 5 years ago. No, we want to see it in action. It needs to be fruit to your love.
But this video we're talking about, how to love him better. So it's about women taking action. Okay?
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. So guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe and be part of the Deku Fam. Get us to 30k subscribers. We're almost there. And sit back and be ready, ladies. Because I know there's more ladies watching this. be ready as my heart is ready. No, please don't. Let's go. So, ladies, the first way that we can love our men better is by affirming them.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
This is a very big one. And I think because men put off this persona of I'm fine, I don't need anything, blah, 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 blah. The truth is, ladies, he needs your affirmation.
I think you guys need it more than us, you know?
Yeah, we actually
They'll never say it, but they do. They do. Affirmations, nice.
See, the thing is, men are just as insecure as women are, but they don't admit it. And they need that affirmation from their woman. Not any woman, but from their woman. And it means so much to us.
Yeah, it makes a difference. I think maybe because my love language is words. So you usually give off the love language that you want to receive. You know when you're trying to stimulate your man to say it back to you. But anyway, this is about the man. I love encouraging him. Like, I like to speak into the man that I see him becoming. I'm speaking into his future. I'm not speaking at him from a position of this is who you are now. It's about where you're going. I believe in you, babes. You're gonna be fire. You're a man of integrity. You're a man of confidence. You're a man of God. Oh my gosh, fantastic. I love it.
And all that is amazing because rather than just nagging away, I think as you speak into the potential, a man rises to that potential. And I think I've seen myself grow in confidence. I've seen myself, my bank account has increased. I'm overall happier because of the affirmation that Anna gives me.
Yeah, I think especially in the household, like I want this to be a place that he's running back to. Imagine if he's getting more compliments at work or at church than he is at home, then why would he ever come home? For me, it's like so important that this environment is a place of love. Like if he gets a rejection, that he's coming back home and he's like, I'm going to be showered with love by my wife.
Definitely.
And part of that is through affirmation. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I'm not messing around with my man. He's coming home to me. He ain't going nobody. He's staying right here.
Amen. Come on.
Another way that we can love our men better is by trusting them. Oh my gosh. Gabes is already like patting me because this one is not easy. And you'd say, oh, you have no reason not to trust Gabes. Yeah, it's not the big things. It's not like the infidelities or anything like that. It's just a little decision sometimes. You're just like, oh, this makes me feel like I can't trust you. And I go right back to the drawing board. And it's just so unfair. And I'm just like, wow, Anna, tell me, babe, what can we do?
Like,
how does it make you feel?
First of all, when I am driving, let me drive. It's not, did you see it? Look, I'm looking on the road. I can see the car. I'm well aware. I've got the, the steering wheel. I've got the gas just enough. I'm not going to kill anybody, okay? So all the oohs and ahs, cut it out, okay?
That's just an indicator of what I'm like in other circumstances. You can say that driving is just nothing. It's not important.
It's like a simulation of the rest of our life, okay? Because sometimes, like, if I'm going to make a decision, I don't need to be undermined making a decision. It's just like, I don't need to order every decision I'm about to make. I don't need to be asked, are you sure about that? You know? Sometimes just trust me. But see, the thing is, Anna is learning to trust me 100%. And over a period of time. But I think in some cases, when a man feels like he's not trusted, he processes that as I am not needed. So when a man feels he's not needed, then he becomes passive. And when a man is passive, he's looking for the exit.
And that is not going to be our portion.
It's not going to be our portion at all.
So, ladies, we are going to work on trusting our men and biting our lip. Oh my gosh, because I think it's more important for the guy to keep trying to make decisions and not be passive than him just being passive in the relationship or passive in decision making. I want him to keep trying, and even if he makes like 5 mistakes but then he makes the right decision, like I want him to keep trying, because then he becomes a better man in the long run, rather than me shutting him down every single time and then he starts not saying anything.
Exactly.
And that scares me because there's no way that we're not moving forward in this relationship.
Definitely.
You're needed in this relationship.
Definitely needed. So yeah, I make mistakes and that's okay, but we can just move on and I can still be trusted in the relationship.
And sometimes it's so easy to come into a relationship and think you want two people, but really you rather be on your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you come into a relationship but you still act single, like you're the only one that can make decisions, like you only trust yourself. No, marriage and relationships is a dependency thing. You are dependent on the other person as well. There are two of you now.
So and as you build that trust as well within a relationship, you build that real sense of intimacy. Like we always talk about intimacy. It's not always physical. Intimacy is built over a period of time. So if you allow yourself to trust your partner more, then you will build a stronger connection.
100%. Ladies, another way we can love our men better is by holding them accountable. Accountability is love, I think.
It's definitely
I'm not just going to let you just not reach your potential. Like I'm not just going to let you go and sin over there and just be like, oh, that's fine, babe, yay!
The thing is, some women, see, Anna is very aggressive. She's quite different. She's very aggressive. She's very confrontational. But to other women, they're very sweet. They're very loving, and they think that they always need to keep peace, and they close their mouth. This one, she doesn't close her mouth.
I'm on the other side.
She's on the other side.
Towards close my mouth more.
But the thing is, sometimes women can just not say anything to their partners and let them get away with anything. And sometimes with Anna, when she says things, it's somewhat difficult. I don't know how to handle it, but I've looked over a period of time and Anna has held me accountable. She's made me have more integrity. She holds me to the things I say I'm going to do. She doesn't let me get away with anything. She's pushing me to have this godly standard that I keep trying to, fulfill and all that kind of stuff. But I think that Anna never lets me rest.
I know. It's really hard because our house is really intense. Like we don't mess around. If we feel pride is creeping in, we're just like,
shut it down.
Excuse me. So I don't know, but that is love. Like, how can I say I love you, but then not hold you accountable and not hold you to a standard and not believe in you? Like, it just doesn't make sense for us.
Because the way that sometimes we can process it is that if I don't say anything, I just let you just do whatever you want, I'm loving you and stuff. Yes, you're maybe loving him in the moment, and yes, you may avoid conflict in the moment, but where is that pattern leading them?
Completely. Like, even God, he holds us accountable. He has a standard, and he says that we should live by that because it will breed fruit in our lives, and it will draw us closer to him. So the same way in our relationship, like by me holding Gabes to a standard, he appreciates it and it draws us closer to each other, and he becomes a better man out of it. Like, there's why would Gabes stay in a relationship where he's not getting better? For us, it's really important that we get better, 100%. And it makes him more dependent on us as a union. Doesn't it?
The thing is, we need to make sure that we're really just holding each other accountable so that we can become better. And sometimes, again, if a man does not feel like he's getting better and you're just a nodding dog, what is your use?
Wow, it is actually that deep, but maybe it's very deep in our relationship because we're progressive people. So we can't be in an environment where we're not progressing.
Like, we always have a growth mindset. We're always thinking about how can we get better. And the thing is, I do love the fact that because I'm with Annabella, my life is becoming more fruitful. I keep going back to bank account, happiness. Like, I've just seen myself just grow as a man because I've been held accountable. I can't get away with doing stupidness because I have to come back and be like, oh, Anna, like, boy, nobody's gonna be happy.
Another way that we can love our men better, ladies, oh my gosh, I'm scared of this one, is by articulating our emotions better.
Yes. We said it in the last video. We came for the men and we said that the men need to be more empathetic. And it's true, in the moment, the men need to be empathetic.
100%.
But please, when we come out of the situation, I need to understand what happened. Okay? I need to, it's not everything is okay, I'm fine, and let's just move on. No, I need to be able to understand the triggers, especially when I am the person who's causing you to cry. I need to understand what I need to stop doing to prevent you from crying. Because the thing is, as a man, I don't want to see you in pain. So when I see you in pain, and especially when I am the one causing that pain, I need to understand so I can stop doing it again.
Yeah, I know. I get you. Because, you know, in the beginning, I used to be like, I don't know. Or
I just want to cry.
I just want to cry. So letting out the emotions for me feels freeing. It's like the moment, it just feels so good. Like when I cry, I just feel better afterwards. I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's fine. Let's move on. Let's carry on. But that's not fair. Like, and then it's a repetitive cycle. So I'll be crying about the same thing over and over. But in that time, there's been no explanation. There's been no change. There's been no analysis to say what caused that. What can we do differently next time? And it's not fair on the man. Like for them, we don't think about how our emotions, like me crying, how that makes you feel. Like as a man, he has caused me to cry, but I'm not able to tell him why I was crying. Or I don't want to.
The thing about marriage for me is that women are very complicated. Very complicated. So even when I try and think things through, my level of intellect is not able to understand the woman species. So I just need help. So I need Anna to understand herself better so that she can explain her situation to me.
We have to take ownership of trying to understand our emotions. Yes, initially it might be very hard, you don't know, but you have to take ownership and trying to understand what caused that, what was the trigger, because it's not fair to be in a partnership and then us just give off all this emotion, but then there's no explanation so that the man can understand it.
And I think a key thing is that it can't be vague. Because the thing is, sometimes you can say things like, you just don't love me. But what the hell does that mean? You just don't understand. Understand what? Like, I'm just like, what is going on? I need a more prescriptive sentence so that I can understand.
And sometimes it doesn't come in the moment because you put me under pressure to say it in the moment. But what we've learned to do is, I'll be like, okay, babe, can you just give me 24 hours? Just give me time to process it, and I'll write it all down. And then the next evening, we'll come back home and I'll be like, okay, I think this is what happened. I think this is what caused it. So let's talk it through when the emotions are off. So it's okay to say maybe tomorrow or whatever, but there needs to be a time where we explain our emotions to our men. Otherwise, we're just going to be going through the same cycle. Emotion, no response, no understanding of what to do to improve it. Emotion, and the same thing again and again.
And then you, as the woman, will start to think, oh, he just doesn't understand me. And then you will start withdrawing, resenting and withdrawing yourself from the relationship. No, we want to move forward.
And you won't be communicating either. You won't be saying anything anymore because I'm scared that she's going to be emotional.
Imagine just being in your house on eggshells. We've
gone through those seasons where you're just like, I'm not going to say anything.
You just don't know when the volcano is going to erupt again.
Emotions have to be dealt with, and that's our responsibility, ladies. And that's the way that we show our men that we love them.
Let's get on to the next one. I'm so excited.
And the last way that we can love our men better, ladies, here we go, is by initiating sex.
See, generally speaking, they say that a man's sex drive is more than a woman's.
I know cases where it's the complete opposite. So
we know the cases, of course. We're looking at the majority, and men have a higher sex drive. Men need it more, or whatever, so and so. And sometimes a man can go through a process where he desires his wife, and then his wife rejects the husband, and a man can actually feel like, wow, like my wife does not want me. What have I done? Like she doesn't want to be physical with me. I know it's not that. I know you still love me and all that good stuff. However, it can feel that way when it's like the one thing that we can do is be intimate with each other and have a good jolly old time. We can't do it.
I've seen how it affects you. Like, oh my gosh, you think the world is about to end, people, when Gabes not getting that good. And it's just like, you feel so rejected and so unloved. And I didn't know there was such a correlation with love.
There's a huge correlation.
I didn't know. So it's just, for me, it's something that I'm working on because I'm someone who finds it so easy to say no, and that's something that I'm working on. Like, if I'm tired, if I've got too much on, if I'm just not even in the mood, those are reasons for me to say no, and I say it too quickly, and I know that's something that I'm working on, and I have been working on it. Am I not being on fire? I've initiated the last 4, 5.
You've been doing
I've initiated a lot.
Just waking me up. Like it's fantastic.
I've been really trying to guide to myself and just actually realize, because I realized how important it is to you, and it should be very important to me as well, but it's something that I need to talk myself into, because in the moment I absolutely love it, but it's just the beforehand, getting myself into that moment is very, very hard. But because I know how important it is to you, I'm just like, yep, we're gonna do it. And there's such a correlation for you between sex and love. Wow.
There is a thing, because the thing is, like, as a man is trying and getting rejected, how many times are you going to get rejected and be okay with it? So me personally, like, I went through a stage where I was just passive. I just didn't initiate. And then the tables are turned when Anna's like, what's going on? But it's like, it's not that I don't desire you anymore. It's like I've learned a new coping mechanism of just I don't know.
Or when you tread on eggshells where you're like, give me a little rub. And you're just trying to gauge. Is it now the moment? Is it not? And it's just like, I don't want to be in a situation like that where my husband doesn't feel comfortable to, grab me or approach me or try to initiate. No, I don't want that to be the case. Imagine a man getting rejected job after job after job after job. It's the same way in the household where if he's getting rejected every time he's trying to initiate,
he might just give up.
He might just be like, forget it then.
See, the thing is, not always the case where a man just goes off and cheats. He just might just not. And even when you initiate, he just might not be on it because he's just learned to be without.
And then you lack the intimacy that comes through sex as well in marriage. So for us, it's like, no, we don't want to limit the level of intimacy that we can have. And by me restricting sex or saying no, it's a sign that I do not love him as much as I say I do. Especially because Gabes is an action man. Words are all well and good, but I can't say, oh, you look sexy, babes. Oh, you're so hot. Oh, my husband's so handsome. All this stuff. And then when it comes to actually the action, there's nothing there. Like, I need to be a woman of my word. My actions need to prove that the love that I say, that affirmation, is confirmed, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think sex is one of those things. Yes, it's not the end and be all and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's very important within a relationship. And we both have the responsibility to kind of fulfill each other's needs and stuff like that. So like, we're just learning along the journey.
Learning so much.
And we are actually just trying to make sure that we are taking practical steps to show that we love each other, we're able to understand each other, and just continue to love.
And it is really hard, like, to do the actions all the time. It seems for some people like it is a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort, but at the end of the day, we're going to reap so much more than we've sown into it. And when you see just your partner acknowledging that you love them, it's just such a beautiful thing. It comes back to you and the relationship goes from strength to strength, I think.
100%.
So guys,
that's it.
We hope you understand. Ladies, it's real out here. It's not easy. I don't know what people are sharing about marriage, but for me, I didn't go in with my eyes that open. I thought I knew, but now through the action, love in action is a whole new world for me. So hope we can all go on the journey together and learn how to love our men better. And guys, we'll see you in our next video. What's the next?
Oh, not peace yet. The next one is...
What is it?
The things that we need to commit to together in a relationship in 2019.
Wow. All right then. We'll see you next week, guys. Love ya. Bye. Peace.